For many, The Last of Us is the most significant case of Sony's very draconian methods of handling censorship. The strict regulations of Germany's USK have always made the country high in risk for censorship, but what this would usually mean is that German-only versions of games would be created that made edits to the offensive material. This is also true with Australia, which again has had a long history of stamping their foot down on content. Now, in recent years, Sony has instead, time and time again, lumped all European countries together alongside Australia and published a one-for-all version of their games. This is exactly what ended up happening with The Last of Us, and in particular the ability to dismember opponents. However, this change was not made to the single-player portion of the game. It was only the online mode, where everybody with a PAL version of the game would not be able to see body parts being blown off. In the US version, it's also possible to expose an opponent's intestines following damage to the body, which was again simply removed. Whilst this censorship is already well documented, the same can't be said for the even further edits made to the Japanese version. Japan has for a long time been even stricter than Germany in regards to the depiction of violence in video games, and so alongside the edits to the multiplayer, the single player portion of the game was also affected. It is no longer possible to dismember enemies in the Japanese version as demonstrated here. And then the same scene but in Japan. A cutscene was even completely altered for the Japanese region. Here it is uncensored. In Japan, the camera angle was changed to obscure the corpse getting butchered. That's everything for the region-specific changes, although there was one other edit made following the title's release for all versions. It does not really seem to be censorship, but nonetheless it was felt as being important to point out. Prior to patch 1.02, two phone numbers displayed on a bulletin board in Pittsburgh connected to sex lines when rung in real life. According to the developers, this was an honest mistake, and the offending numbers were removed in the aforementioned patch. This is a clip from what you would hear after ringing one of the numbers.
We're spread, wet, and ready for you right now. Come on, baby, let's play.